said I bought you. Yeah, we should roll a pound and count it. Yeah, look at all these heads that I bought you. Yeah, come and help me mount them. Won't stop till my driveway got a fountain. I done quit so many jobs, you would think that I'm a quitter. Really, I need quick cash, I just need it quick fast. So I hit that field till that kid got that big stash. Shit.
You already know what it is. You're listening to The Urban Product. It's your boy DME.
It's your boy Cozy Rich.
How we doing?
Living my best life per usual. How about you, young king?
Not too bad. Let's start the episode real quick with just some sad news, and then, we'll get into our classic buffoonery as normal. But we have to start off the episode with some sad news. So, Wednesday morning, February 19th to be exact, we learned about the tragic death of Pop Smoke. If anyone wasn't aware of Pop Smoke, he was an up-and-coming rapper coming out of Brooklyn, 20 years old. He blew up with the viral hit Welcome to the Party, and since then he continued to drop various amount of other singles. He was featured on the Jack Boys EP with Travis Scott. He just released his own debut album, Meet the Woo 2. Meet the Woo 1 was his debut mixtape. Meet the Woo 2 was his debut album. Popular hit on that one was Christopher Walken. Other tracks, Dior was a big one. And he was just on the come up. And I guess he was out in LA. He was at this house that he just threw a house party in. And I guess hours after the party, robbery. They're saying it was a robbery, but the streets are saying it's something else. But something happened, and we found out much later that he was, in fact, killed. So now I'll open up the floor so me and Rich can talk about it and react to his passing and all that. You feel me? Brother Rich.
Real quick, I just want to say Amani's not here because of the birth of her little brother, so congrats to her.
Facts.
Just want to let y'all know we ain't kick her off the show yet. But
Facts. Shout out to the baby. Let's just say
but for real though, on a serious note, Pop Smoke. R.I.P. to Pop Smoke, yes. But I will say this: one, the way he carried himself does play a part into why all this happened, because he was, how they say, with the shits and brought the smoke to people. So I'm not surprised that, the way he handled himself, he did make enemies along the way. But the fact that they're saying it's a robbery, this wasn't even a robbery. This was a straight setup, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. For one.
That's what I was saying. That's what the streets were saying.
Yeah, for one, this man, he got killed after his boy put the address, well, didn't put the address, but posted, the house with the number on it. And it's, easy to figure out where the fuck they are in Beverly Hills and whatnot. Just Google Maps and whatnot. So, Pop Smoke got shot, for one. He was the only person in the house to get hit by any type of bullet. He's the only person in the house to get hit with anything at all. There was 4 people in the house. He's the only one to get shot. They came at 4 a.m. Cameras see them leaving the house with nothing in their hands. So they went there to rob him. Yet they just killed him and left with nothing. So another thing that's a red flag to me is the fact that the police weren't called from inside the house. They were called from somebody in New York. So somebody from in the house told someone in New York to call the LAPD. How the fuck does that make sense? It doesn't. So with all these facts coming to fruition, Pop Smoke was set the fuck up by someone close to him, because it doesn't make any sense with all those facts. You're not committing a robbery of a famous rapper, and you're not taking his chains, you're not taking his watches, his shoes, all that. So he got caught slipping at the wrong time, in my opinion, and it's unfortunate that that's what happened, but it's life, and it is what it is. And sad to say, it's like we're slowly becoming desensitized to this type of shit, because we just had someone die last month again because of, well, not because of this, but drugs and everything. Mm-hmm. So it's just like we keep having more celebrities dying, and it's just like, oh my God. And they're all under 23. That's the crazy thing about it. They're all extremely young. So I don't know. I just think Pop Smoke got set up by someone really close to him. I can't say who. I'm not going to, just accuse people of that, but there's definitely multiple people involved in Pop Smoke's death. Multiple people close to him, and I feel bad for the family.
It just sucks because I feel like the artists that are passing away, they're passing away before they even reach their prime. Like, to me, all the artists that have passed within the past 2 years, like X, Peep, who I wasn't a fan of, but Peep had fans, but him, Juice WRLD, now Pop Smoke, all of these artists passed away way before they even hit their peaks. They were popular amongst people, yes. Do they have a large fan base? Yes. But in terms of just the music industry and how big you can go, no, they weren't even close to reaching that part. So I just feel like it sucks because whatever background they come from, I just feel like their past always catches up to them in their like future. You feel me?
Well, I mean, you say that, but they're doing the things that they were doing in their past and their current. You know
I know,
what I mean?
but
So it's like
some of them were like, I remember X, everything he was trying to do at the time of his passing, and
but X was still telling niggas suck my dick.
no, I'm hip.
You know
I'm
what I mean?
hip, but
So
I'm
it's
saying,
like
of course, there's a lot of people that have had like past, but a lot of these same people were also trying to move on from that and like were trying to become something bigger than that. But before they really had the chance to, they were taken away too soon. You feel me?
yes and no. I feel what you're saying, but I don't agree with it completely. Like in Pop Smoke's example, I'm not trying to throw dirt on the nigga's name, but he wasn't trying to change himself.
We don't know what he was doing, bro.
But did he? If he
You're
was trying to
making
change,
assumptions. You
if
don't
he was
know
trying
what
to
he
change himself, bro, he would have been acting a whole different way. The way he acts on social media itself just displays what he wants to display. I mean, like his whole. If you want to change who you are, you do that through social media because that's his following. That's where you get all your followers from. That's where you get all your clout from, your sponsorships and all that. So if you're not gonna change your
social media like that, to keep it a buck.
and every time I do, he's either talking shit or he's previewing some new music. It's one of the two. Nothing ever positive really if it's not promoting music. So my thing is like Pop Smoke, you knew what he was about. You knew he had beefs with other New York rappers. You know he was with the shits. And there's nothing he was doing in his life currently or before he died that would give me the idea that he was doing anything else.
But bro, my
besides
thing
that.
is, it didn't even happen at his home. He was halfway across the country when that shit happened. Like, what reason would there for shit in LA to go down? You feel me? And at that point, I feel like, all right, he maybe had a bad rep in wherever he was at, or maybe he had a bad pass. He did what he could to get himself out of there. And then the second that he gets there, he gets killed. You feel me? So I feel like if he was trying to better himself, he removed himself from the equation. He went to Beverly Hills. He left it. He said, all right, it's time for me to blow up and do my thing now. And before he actually got the chance to get there, he was killed. So that's what my point of the whole thing was.
And I understand that, but I'm saying he went to Beverly Hills for a couple of days. It's not like he moved out there completely. Mm-hmm. So what was he doing before then? You know what I mean? Like, you can make enemies in New York. Go to Beverly Hills, think everything's gonna be sweet, and then niggas gonna catch you lacking. Like that happens all the time. So this is not beyond me for me to believe like, oh, he was doing some shit in New York. He had beef in New York, and niggas followed him to what's it called? Got the jump on him in LA. Like I could totally see niggas doing that, especially with the people he associated with, people that got money and whatnot. Like I could see them like, yo, I know where Pop Smoke's at. I got the jump on Pop Smoke. I want to get a hit. You know what I mean? Like it's very easy for that to happen. So just because he was in LA doesn't mean he was removing himself from the situation. Mm-hmm. He was in LA and he stole a car. Mm-hmm. That didn't mean anything. Like him doing that only a month and a half, 2 months ago, that reinforces in my idea that Pop Smoke wasn't trying to, change as an individual or change his perception. He was a hood, street New York rapper. And I feel like he was trying to just ride with that wave.
Well, I will show empathy and be sympathetic to
I'm empathetic.
anybody who's ever cared for him, anyone who's actually a fan to him, because I do know he had a big following and he had a bunch of supporters and a bunch of loved ones that actually really supported him up until his demise. You feel me? He came out of Brooklyn. He kind of like, I'm not gonna say invent because drill was a long thing before him, but he brought this new sound that was missing in a while in New York, and from that, a lot of other New York artists got put on. Like, I'll say since Pop Smoke come out, I've probably discovered like 6 other New York artists just off of like that wave. You feel me? And it's dope when. And that's another thing. He was always showing love to other artists too. You feel me? Like, and I love when people come up, they don't forget the people that helped them like get there. You feel me? Or the people that came up with them. That's always dope. So I don't know. It's just sad to see because, like I've said, when Juice WRLD died, we're losing an entire generation of artists. And whether it's to gun violence, to drugs, to prison or jail, I don't know. I just feel like everyone's getting picked off one by one, and until I don't even know. You can't even talk about how to fix things like this because at this point, I feel like life is just hitting everybody unexpectedly.
Let me ask you this.
So yeah,
there is a correlation between like the rappers that have died and like their age and everything. Like they're all under 23, like I said. Do you think like our generation, our youth is like thinks we're invincible, like ignorant to shit that can actually harm us? Do you think that actually plays effect with like our generation? Because he's our age, you know what I mean? Like he's younger than us, born in '99. So that like, I really feel like our generation is like the generational gaps is playing a part into this. Because my brother, for example, this nigga thinks he's invincible. I'm not gonna lie, I thought I was invincible for a time too. Like, adulthood and in like real life has taught me obviously not, because you know bills can slap you on the floor, fuck you up, beat you the fuck up, school could beat you the fuck up. So like I'm just thinking these dudes are coming from in backgrounds where, you know, they're not really, they didn't have it all. All of a sudden they're on top of the world, getting everything handed to them, and I feel like they don't know how to handle that, and then like things spiral out of control.
Well, the reason that I think our generation might think they're invincible is because,
well, I'm trying to correlate that to the rappers, like their age, like X, Juice WRLD, Pop, all died before they were 23. So I'm like, all right, that's our generation. I know a lot of people in our generation think like that. So I'm just thinking, do you think that could have played a part, like them thinking, all right, we're invincible, we got all this money now, like can't touch me type shit?
Well, no, I think there's reasons that correlate to like each person that you listed, X, Pop, and Juice. There's reasons that correlate to all those. Like Juice, like we said, drugs. X and Pop, gun violence. X and Pop both had a history in the past of violence. There were issues with the police, and we all knew about Juice's past problems with drugs. So they were all eventually things that caught up to them, but I wouldn't say they thought they were invincible. I would just say, like, I don't know. These celebrities or artists, however you want to view them, they blow up, and we see everything that they're doing, and we see their success and all that shit. But at the end of the day, they're still young kids. They're still young people. They're still young people that can be really easy influenced by anything. So you have someone that wasn't in a situation before because they had no way to get to that, and now that they're big, popular, famous, and now they have access to all these other shit, you're still young. What are you gonna do when you're young? You're gonna be irresponsible with it. You feel me? So that's why I think all this shit correlates with everyone being young, because when you're given all that power, it's great, it's amazing, the world is supporting you, but a lot of people still mismanage that power too, you feel me? Like Juice, like this kills me to say, but even though he might have been on drugs for a while, just that could have, who knows, made him think, oh, I'm good because I'm limiting or what I'm taking, or I'm taking my shit in moderation. But no, shit caught up with you. You took too much and you OD'd. Unfortunately, it was a sad thing that happened, but you were just being being irresponsible. That was the thing. X made me sad because it happened in his home state. But that's one of the things too. It's like when you're young and it's in this age of social media where all these young kids when they're just talking about like street shit. This is me moving into like hood shit, people dying off gun violence and shit. These kids, with the technology they have in their hands, social media is pretty much how you let people know like your ranking amongst like the world, or like how you're viewed to the world, at least to me. Because these kids, you know, they're not gonna go through the shit that like people in the 90s or the 80s went through. So if you're thinking about it like, yo, I'm talking all this shit on my phone, I'm telling everybody to suck my dick via my phone, nobody can touch me via my phone, and if nobody touches you, cool, because you are on your phone. Back then in the 80s or the 90s, there was no such thing as social media. There was no such thing as like Twitter, tweeting all this shit. You were talking shit, you got clapped in the streets, or you got clapped in the streets next day, or people pulled up outside your house ready to fight you. Now, all these kids, that's not going to happen now. You feel me? So all these kids are thinking they're invincible, talking all this shit online, but then when shit catches up to them in the streets, you're remembered. Well, not remembered. You're taught, or you're reminded about how the world really works. You feel me? And I don't know if I just went on a tangent or I rambled, but that's the way I see shit. People are so easily influenced these days because how the world moves is just different. And everyone is just going off reactions at this point.
I respect that.
Yeah.
I respect that opinion. All right. So let's move into the crux of the show.
Yeah. But before we move on, let's just conclude by saying R.I.P. to Pop Smoke. Condolences to all of his loved ones. And we just hope Brooklyn holds their head for this one. Major loss to the music industry, major loss to the world. May his spirit live on and, you know, continue to touch everyone he's ever loved. All right.
Ditto.
Facts. Now let's move on to our actual shit. You feel me?
So we both have girls here. So I gotta ask you this question: is happy wife, happy life a real
context.
thing?
Give some context.
All right.
Because I saw your tweet. The world might not have seen your tweet.
So
give
I
some
tweeted
context.
yesterday. Society really thinks. Actually, let me pull up my tweet word for word, because that shit, I got a lot of love on that shit. So I must have been preaching facts per usual. Nothing new there. But I said that happy wife, happy life saying is some cuck shit. You mean to tell me my happiness doesn't matter either? And the reason why I tweeted that was just
What drew that? What drew that tweet?
Nah, bro, I was at work and I was listening to like my coworkers who are married, and they were just like, "Yeah, I had to do this for the wife so she could be happy." And I'm just like, "What about you, nigga? Are you happy?" In my head, I didn't say it out loud, but I'm just like, "You're doing this for your wife so she can be happy, but you're not happy doing what's making her happy. How the fuck is that a conducive relationship?" You know what I mean?
Sacrifices.
Now, if you're only sacrificing for her,
I'm not saying like always sacrifice, but time to time.
I understand that, but the happy wife, happy life saying is essentially all the fucking time. If your girl is happy, your life will be happy. I don't agree with that 100%.
I don't agree with that either.
I don't agree with happy wife, happy life, because my happiness, first of all, is more important than hers. To me, I gotta say that first of all. To me, my happiness is more important than her happiness. So I'm never gonna inconvenience myself or make me unhappy to make my significant other unhappy, because if I'm not happy, I can't make you happy. That's how I see it. So I just want to get your opinion and whatnot, because I haven't had a discussion with someone about this ever. So I feel like this would be the time. I wish Imani was here so I could go off.
I mean, I think the reason why that might be like a phrase, happy wife, happy life, is because, like, fellas, if you've been in a relationship or if you're currently in a relationship, you know how annoying shit can be when when your like shorty gets upset, or like if she's just mad about something. You know how annoying shit can get, bro? So sometimes, like, when people just say happy wife, happy life, if she's good, that's less of a headache that I have to worry about. You feel me? Now when it's like some actual emotional shit, then yes, cater to her, whatever she needs to move forward with whatever she's going through, yes, be there, support her. But the whole happy wife, happy life thing, there's probably a lot of dudes that just come together and just complain and bitch about shit that their girls and shorties do.
I don't ever want to live like that, bro.
Never.
You feel me?
Never.
That's why I can never
Can't
live
relate.
that life. You know what I mean?
Can't
Like,
relate.
I can never go to my niggas and be like, oh, this bitch, dog. Just
Facts.
I can never do that.
Facts. And that's why we just try to avoid it all. That's why we just try to avoid it all the time. Like, you know, whatever, just make her happy, you know, she'll be straight. You don't got to hear about it later. You feel me? Like, for me, sometimes I'm like, sometimes if I was to do something, like, and I'm trying to make a decision for the both of us, I know what I want to do. You feel me? But I know she don't really fuck with it. Sometimes I'm like, do I just say, fuck it, we doing what I want to do today? Or do I just make a compromise so I know that you'll equally enjoy it as well? Then I'm like, I bet there's this thing that she'll be interested in it. I'm like, on it, but I can do something with it. You feel me? That's why I make the compromise and be like, all right, bet, let's do this. You feel me?
You're better than me because if she gives me the decision to make the decision for both of us, I'm making the decision for me.
But you know, 9 times out of 10, it's always you making the decision for the, and I hate that.
Which
hate
is
always
why
making the decision. But like, that's why you got to make work for the both.
Another reason why that popped into my head was that if you live like that, that's just negative reinforcement for you. And when I say that, it's just like if she complains about something and you just fix it just because you want her to be happy, you're reinforcing in her mind that her doing that action will get her what she wants 100% of the time. I don't want to live like that. Because if my girl thinks that just because she's bitching and moaning to me about some shit that doesn't matter, and she thinks I'm going to do it just because it will get her to stop bitching, I'm not going to do that.
That's why every now and then you just got to dub them every now and
then. That's when... Yes.
You feel me?
I do feel you.
Like, it's like sacrifice. You feel me? It's like every now and then it's like, okay, sure. Okay, we'll do this. Yeah, sure. But then when it becomes that and it's a pattern thinking that, oh, if she'll just do this every time, then it's going to work. Then the time where that does happen, it's like, no. And then she's bitching. And I'm like, all right, continue bitching. I'll be here when you're done. I was like, go ahead, bitch all you want. I'll be right here when you're done, you know, because I'm not changing shit. You feel me? So it's a sacrifice. Sometimes you sacrifice. Sometimes, you know, you do your own selfish shit. You feel me? It's a compromise. And if your shorty is real, she'll understand. And if she's really real, she's been doing it from the jump this entire time. So, you feel me?
I guess.
Yeah,
I guess
y'all both
so.
compromise for each other.
I guess so. I can hear it.
Because, you know, there's definitely shit that you've wanted to do that shorty probably didn't want to do, but she still did it. And, you know, shit. That's just an example.
Bro, I'm going to be very honest with you. Personally, I'm a low-maintenance ass dude, so, like, I'll do anything. I really don't care.
Anything, bro.
I'll do anything, bro. I told my girl she can put makeup on my face. Like, she does aesthetics, and she goes to esthetician school. Is that what it is? Esthetician school?
I don't know.
We got our people in the back room making sure I got that right. So I'm at esthetician school, right, where they basically clean your face, pores, all that, eyebrows, and all that, right? So I told her, like, yeah, you could do my makeup to practice and whatnot. You could do whatever the fuck you've been doing at work. Like, I don't care. Like I'll be your guinea pig. So, like, me, bro, when I tell you I'm low maintenance, bro, like, I don't care. So when you come into me about shit that I really don't care about, I'm sorry, but it's just hard for me to get worked up. It really is. And for me, like, if my girl is unhappy because of something I could care less about, but she wants me to, you know, care about it, it's just... I get stressed.
So what do you think you have to do in order to keep... Okay, there's 2 ways you can go about this, like, question. So my question is, what do you think you have to do in order to make, like, your person happy? But so that can be specific to your actual person or just, like, you in general. If you're in something, like, what would you do to make that person happy?
You see, first and foremost, like I said, if I'm not happy, I can't make you happy.
I know, but like,
so
if you're happy, they're happy. If everyone's just happy, it's like, all right. Like, if I'm happy good. And like all love's love, like what would I do to, you know, make sure you're happy? You feel me?
Just keep doing what you're doing. Then what you mean? Like I said, I don't ask for shit, bro. I don't want anything. Like, yo, just be there, breathe, and don't piss me off.
No, I'm talking about what do you do
to make her happy?
Yes, that was my question. And
why did you just say that, bro?
I said because there's 2 ways you can look at it. I'm like, you can make it specific to her, or if you were just in a relationship in general, what would you do to make your girl happy? That's why I'm saying there's two ways you can go about it.
Like if she's mad at me or just in general.
Just in general.
All right, bet. Comfort her, be there for her, compliment her, take her out, buy her flowers, show her that you care, show her off, bro. There's a lot of shit you could do with women. But if I don't want to do that at the time, I'm not doing it at the time.
Bet.
It's that simple. Like for me personally, the way I think is like, all right, I can do something for you, but I have to want to do it. If you tell me to go do it, it doesn't mean anything to me.
Oh, that's a fact.
So why am I wasting my time?
Oh, that's a fact.
You know what I mean? So like you want me, like for example, when a woman tells you to apologize for something,
Yeah.
I'm just like, why am I going to apologize because you told me to apologize? What does that mean to me? I don't mean it. I don't mean it, and I'm just saying it just to say it. So why the fuck am I gonna waste both our time saying that? And if you don't believe what I'm saying this for no reason. So we just went in a circle. And I hit people with logic like that. And it's just
I feel you.
Like I like being logical rather than emotional.
They get tight when you hit them with the logic.
Because they can't refute logic.
They're
That's
like,
when they go back
damn.
to emotions.
Facts, like be illogical for just 1 minute.
Nah, but like real shit though, it's I don't know, man. I don't know. I can go on and on and on. Yeah. Do you believe in roles within a relationship though? We ain't gonna get me started.
I just love the way this man transitions, bro. All right. So, roles within a relationship, meaning
I feel like the man should always be the caretaker, and when I say caretaker, I mean protector. Like he's the one that's always going to protect the family and like should provide for the family. Yes, a woman can provide for the family, but never up to the level like a man can. Like
you're saying just in general, a woman can never provide up to the level of
well,
man
obviously,
can, or
single women
should.
do that. Obviously,
no, I'm just that's why I got to make it clear.
Yeah, single women obviously
before you
do
get
that.
Killed online. Before you get,
I love
killed
my
online.
single, like I love my single women holding it down, like my single moms.
So
you're
you're
doing your
saying-
thing. Yes,
So
they
you
can
were
obviously do
saying
that.
Women should never.
If a woman is in a relationship with the man, she should never be the man should be the provider.
Okay. All right. Do I believe there's roles in a relationship? I feel like every relationship is different. You can look at it from that viewpoint as, yeah, the dude should always be the provider of the family, whatever. It's like, that hunter mentality, like you got to feed the family. You got to make sure the family got food on the table. All the bills are paid and all that shit. And then what you would probably want. Would you want your shorty working, or would you just want her to stay home?
Oh,
and
no,
taking care of the kids?
bro. Shorty that stays home and takes care of the kids is an annoying shorty.
I mean, normally the one who has the provider mentality would want.
Oh, no. When I say provider, I
being
mean
the
like
housewife.
I handle it, but we do everything together. Like I'll pay the bills, but we pitch in together. You know what I mean? We do everything together, but I'll handle it myself.
Oh, so she just give you the money and then
And then I'll go handle it. Like you don't need to worry about the bills.
okay,
All right, bet.
okay.
Like you do it like 40.
Oh, okay. I
50,
thought you
50.
just meant like you were gonna pay for a majority.
Oh,
of
nigga,
everything.
what? This ain't no 19.
That's why you were saying provider, so that's why I was just making sure you feel
like,
me?
yo,
that
I'll
was
give you
what
the
vibe
money. I'll
was.
give you the money. Go grocery shopping. Go buy us some food. Go cook us some dinner. I could cook dinner too if I wanted to, but I just choose not to. So like, let me. All right. When I meant provider, essentially like,
Thank you.
protector of the family. Like I'm the one you're gonna go to when you need anything first and foremost. Like you don't gotta go to mom's, your dad. Like you can come to me and you don't have to worry about anything. That's essentially what I mean by provider. Like I'm there for you and I can provide for you whenever you need anything. But obviously you need to get yours because I can never be with a girl that just wanted to sit home anyway. Like that shit would drive me crazy. Why are you here when I got home from work? Go do something. Go to the gym. Go have friends. Like, nah. If we don't have kids too, bro. I get tired of a girl real quick.
Okay. So now with that being said, yeah, like I said, every relationship is different, but I understand when some people have that provider mentality, and see, Rich is cool because he has that provider mentality, but he also would want his partner to be doing stuff. Some people have that provider mentality and they're perfectly fine with their partner not doing anything. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. Because I think for me, I just have like that just hustler mentality, you feel me? And that hustler mindset where I would just want someone that has that equal drive and force, like, you feel me? Because then you hustle together, you feel me? So in terms of roles within a relationship, my role is I'm always support, you feel me? I'm a big ass supporter of like anyone's dreams. You feel me? You could tell me the wildest shit in the world. If there's like a logical and reasonable way for that to actually happen.
Okay, all right.
Then I'd be like, if there's like a logical and reasonable way where that could actually happen, then I'd be like, I bet, yeah, let's do it. Like, so that's my role.
So you're realistic.
Oh hell yeah, what?
Okay.
Like, I'm realistic, but I like to dream too. You feel me? But here's the thing: I can make my dreams realistic. That's the thing. If you plan it out properly, you can really make your dreams realistic. So that's how I function. Shit, I'm a supporter. I like to be a provider, but the way I see providing is like different than how you see it. So that's why, like for me, I'm pretty equal on that.
Well, you can't just say that and then not explain what you mean.
Okay, so when I'm talking about a provider is I am cool with taking responsibility for the family because I feel like both of y'all should take responsibility for the family. So when it comes to making sure that like bills are paid like you said, but then you also came back and said, oh, like, yeah, like she'll pitch in too, I'll just go ahead and do the actual action of paying the bill. Like, yeah, I don't have any problems with that too because I'm a really routine person.
Yeah, like I'm on my shit.
I'm a very routine person. I always make sure everything is done when it actually needs to be done. So like that's cool. But then there's other shit that like for example, when people say I'm going to stay home and like cook and take care of the kids and do all that shit, I'm like, oh, I could do that too if I needed to. I don't need to, but if I needed to, I could, like, I wouldn't stay home, obviously.
I wouldn't want to.
Yeah. But, like, take care of the kids and cook and all that shit. If I need to do it, yeah, I could do that too. So that's also, it's depending on the relationship. Could I take that role? Hell yeah, I could take that role. If that's what I have to do in order to provide for my family, that's what I'm talking about as a provider in terms to me. Like, I would do anything I would have to do just for the sake of, like, keeping the family strong. You feel me? So, like, if I'm in a relationship where, like, my partner is doing something for their career and it means like, oh, okay, I can't work as much as I would normally work because what if they work a lot? You feel me?
Now my issue with, there's a lot of variables going into that, but I see what you're saying.
No. Like for example, right?
Well, she'd have to be making enough to compensate for me not working.
Okay. And that's a conversation.
That's why there's a lot of variables with that.
Yeah, that's a conversation.
I'm not going to not work and then you're making less money than when we were both working. That's fucking insane.
What if?
No.
That'd have to be a conversation.
No, there's no conversation with that, bro. If you want me to stop working so you can keep going with the job or try to get a promotion in a job.
It wouldn't be like, no, not stop working, but like, what if you had mad hours, right? What if you had mad hours, like OD, and like you just had 40? To... No, because that's normal. That's normal. But like, say you were working like 60-hour weeks or some shit like that, right? And you had to come back in order to take care of your family. You wouldn't do that?
I would gladly do that.
Yeah, you feel me? That's just like, those are the type of things I would take. If I was doing mad shit and I had to cut back because like my family needed me in that time, then yeah, I would do that.
So basically, if you're telling me if I would stop taking overtime to spend time with my family, by all means, sure.
Yeah, because there's some people out there that are like, oh no, I'm going to work, the workaholics. I'm going to work. And when I come home, everything should be good.
Well, the thing I've seen with those people, though, the wife isn't doing anything. If your wife ain't doing anything, she's just sitting at home cooking and cleaning, and you get home and nothing is cleaned or cooked, and y'all know the roles, I would be heated too. I'm paying all the bills. I'm doing this. We agreed that this is what is going to happen. And then I come home and then it's not like that. Like, I would be heated too, bro. What am I working 60 hours a week for? Go get a job so I don't have to do that.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like,
yeah.
I would get heated.
Yeah, I'm just a very, like, case-by-case person because I could completely understand where I would end up in, like, a housewife situation, but then I could easily understand how I could end up in a situation where Shorty's just as busy as I am. You feel me? It's like,
I'll say
it's
this.
Just how the shit works.
I'll say this. Me ending up in a housewife situation will only happen if I am making 8 figures.
I don't think I could be in a housewife situation, to be honest.
Bro, that'll only happen if I'm making millions of dollars.
Nah, like, I don't think I could be in a housewife situation is just because, like, I be so busy, right? I'm so busy all the time. So the time I actually get to breathe, I like to breathe. I like to chill. I like to just, decompress and do that. But, like, with the housewife situation, you could be doing everything you got to do on the outside, but as soon as you come home, it's like a whole different energy. You have to it's like a whole different energy you have to be there for. You feel me? It's like, okay, I just took work mode off, but now I got to put like lover and dad mode on. You feel me? And sometimes I just want to
I feel that's to be honest with you, I feel like that's any man after he has like a family. Like you have to do that anyway. Like I can't imagine, because I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Like I work with. I'm the youngest one in my group at work right now. No. Everyone is 26 and above, 25 and above.
No, when I say that, I'm just talking about like I like to decompress. So like in terms of a housewife situation, you can't really do that because like Shorty's just been waiting for you all day.
Yeah.
So as soon as you come home, you can't be tired. Your wife wants to love you. Your kids are saying, "Yo, daddy," so you can't chill.
The kids, I understand. Your wife should understand though that you are tired after working a long day.
But if Shorty's busy, she's tired too, and I'm like, "Word, let's chill." I'll talk to you in like 2 hours, and we'll go from there.
It don't ever work like that. That's wishful thinking, bro.
That's such wishful thinking. It could work. It could work.
Side note, I just want to make an announcement for the podcast. Put my damn camera on me, s'il vous plaît. Cutting the hair off in 2 weeks, so the waves are coming back. So I just want to let you know you're gonna be on your own. With the hair.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. I feel like I've always been on my own with the hair.
Oh, okay. Just wanted to let you know.
Nah, but thank you. I appreciate it.
Gotcha. All right, back to our regularly scheduled program.
Yeah.
So, you ever like get in an argument with your shorty and just want to like rock her?
No.
Okay. So, all right. I've had that experience at least a lot. So, what makes you want to fight someone?
Just a person in general? Yeah. Okay, I was about to say that because I never want to fight my shorty. You feel me?
Oh, I would love to be able to put the mitts on and square up with shorty. I would love to do that.
But in terms of just a person in general, I'm not really that violent. I don't know. Like if I was to fight like that.
So there's nothing someone can do to you to make you want to fight.
Oh no, there is. I'm just trying to think back into the times that I have been violent. I'm like, yo, it kind of takes me a lot to push me over the edge. You feel me? So
I feel you.
It takes me a lot to push me over the edge. So I have to think back to the times I have been pushed to the edge. All right, I can think about it easy. Fucking New York. Did I tell you about the weekend I spent in New York and I was amongst the white people and nigga was thrown in my face in 2 separate occasions the same weekend.
Oh, the word?
Yeah.
By a Caucasian?
Yeah.
From the Caucasus Mountains?
Yeah, 2 separate times.
Oh, nah.
But the same weekend.
Oh, nah.
I almost fought 2 different people 2 separate times in the same weekend just because nigga was being thrown like crazy. You feel me? So that's one thing. That's one thing that could make me want to fight someone. If someone's just blatantly
being disrespectful.
Being disrespectful. And that could be in any sense. You feel me? Like we all love to fuck up our local racists. So like obviously racism is a given. But just any type of disrespect, if it's like blatant and damn right, I feel like someone's trying to like provoke me with it. Like that type of shit. You know how someone tries to
provoke me, you gonna get
provoke you, you feel me?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that type of shit. I think those 2 could be the only reasons I'd want to fight someone. Or if someone's trying to like pick on someone who clearly can't defend themselves.
So I agree with that one. That one pisses me off when like someone's picking on a defenseless person. Like you don't do that.
Yeah.
Especially like special needs kid or something. Like nah, you don't do that. But for me personally, I'd say that someone fucking with my family. Mm-hmm. Like if someone were picking on my little brother, we squaring the fuck up. Only I can do that. Only I could beat his ass. Only I could flame him like that. Well, nah, he gets flamed by his friends all the time. But you know what I mean, right? So, like, you're not going to put your hands on my family. Like, no one's doing that. Not putting your hands on my sister, my mom, my brother, none of that. So we squaring up for that. You're not putting your hands on me. That's another thing. Like, I don't give a fuck. If a man puts his hands on me, bro, we're catching the ones. I don't care who you are. I don't care how big you are. I don't care how strong you are. I don't give a fuck. Mama ain't raised no bitch, and I ain't standing out to no man who puts their hands on me. So I'm going to square the fuck up.
Facts.
I'm going to square the fuck up, regardless if I lose or not, because I'm going to just let you know it's not going down like that every time. And then, yeah, just blatant disrespect, like you said. Like, I've never had the experience where, like, someone is saying nigga to my face, like a white man is saying nigga to my face, bro.
Yo, it was crazy. It was so crazy.
Because I'm really, like, I'm the type of dude where I'm really even keel. Like, you probably seen me mad, like, twice, maybe. And it takes a lot to get me mad. So I don't see a person, you know, trying to get me mad for no reason, because there's no reason to do that. But if you were to, oh, boy, that's one way to do it, and I'm fucking you up for that, because you just don't do some shit like that. But, yeah, just touch my family, put your hands on me, and being blatantly disrespectful. Those are really the only ways I can see myself fighting someone, because other than that, like, I think logically most of the time, and I wouldn't let my emotions get over me, but I know in those situations, I'll probably just let loose, let my emotions just ride and rock.
Yeah, I've never really had to, because I'm just trying to think about all the confrontations I've had. Mostly me talking never led to a fight, you feel me? Like, normally I just had to talk and everything was straight. Like, it takes a lot to push me to that point of, like, having to fight somebody, just because I feel like there's a much easier way to, like, get over your differences.
I honestly, like, you ever get into an argument with someone and you're just like, yo, let me just get away from this person before I go off?
Yeah.
How does that work for you, actually?
I just end up flaming them.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why I say I just talk.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, that shit actually helps me. Like, if I'm having an argument with someone and I'm just like, you know what? Let me just leave this argument, come back and address this in a better way when I'm calmed down.
Yeah.
Like, that shit actually helps me, because I self-reflect a lot. I just look at the text or whatever, or just think about the shit I was saying, and I was like, all right, I could approach that differently.
I normally do that if I'm, like, arguing with a shorty. Because, like, if I'm arguing with, like, a dude, I can talk for days, and if anything pops off, then something pops off. But, like,
that's what I meant.
If I'm arguing with a shorty, like, and it's getting to a point where I'm just getting annoyed, then, like, yeah, I just walk away. Because I would never want to get to a situation, because I'm not putting my hands on a female regardless, you feel me? But I'm not trying to talk and get to a point where a female puts her hands on me, because then I just become even more upset. And I feel like it is so, like, easy to get a female to that point of her wanting to put her hands on you. So that's why I just walk away from that shit early, you feel me? Like, I address the situation.
What you doing if a female puts her hands on you? Huh? Like, what you doing if your girl smacks you across the face for no reason?
That would never happen, but
what you doing, bro? What you doing?
I'm talking. It's just like, I can't, like, it's just a lot of words. That's where if I can't do it through the physicals,
you gonna catch it with these words,
hear it, bro. And that's the shit, is like, yo, sometimes you don't understand, like, the power of language and, like, vocabulary. Sometimes you don't gotta touch anyone at all. Just talking to them, bro. You can dead someone just by talking to them, bro. So I don't know if it's just something on me. And how you react is everything, too. Sometimes a lot of people do shit just for the sake of reaction. And for some reason, when you don't give a reaction, that sets off a bigger reaction for some people. But, yeah, you're probably just going to get a lot of words from me. How I react to it probably won't be how you expect me to react, which will make you tighter. And we just move on from there. But I don't know. I'm never. Oh, and who knows? Maybe my sister will come up and fuck you up. But I don't know. I will never.
I actually wish I had an older sister. So
I love having an older sister. I love having an older sister, because sometimes I'll be explaining my situation with particular shorties to my sister, and my sister be like, what?
Let me know.
You let that shit happen. I was like, yo, what you expect me to do? I can't do anything. And then she's like, yo, bet. Let me know.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, bet.
I got my mom though. My mom be saying I could let her beat some girls' asses.
Mm-hmm. But I think a big reason of like why I don't get into fights that much is because I know how to control my anger. And I know to control it very well. You feel me? But I want to ask you that, like, how do you deal with your anger? You feel me? Or what do you do to deal with it?
So for me personally, like I said, for one, I try not to really get angry in general, and by doing that, I just don't let people affect me. Like, I could care less what anyone has to say about me, about anything, for the most part. Because, for one, you're on the outside looking in, so you don't know really what the fuck I'm ever really going through. So your opinion can't really be 100% informed. You can't make a real 100% informed opinion. So whatever the fuck you're saying to me is just half the information you got from the outside looking in. So I'm never really going to pay that much attention to what anyone says about me, unless it's like direct family or something like that.
And you were always like that, or something?
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I used to be really self-conscious, like in high school and everything, and then I don't know what happened. I think, lunch table. You get flamed so many times, bro, for the same shit, bro.
That's a fact.
You just get desensitized to it. You're like, yeah, I'm skinny. Yeah, I was ugly. Yeah, what now? Like, all right, and I still get more than you, got more money than you, could do that and not. So it's just like, all right, shit don't matter you realize what matters at the end of the day. So like when people come at you for certain shit, it just really doesn't affect me. But for me, when I get angry, actually angry, and it takes a lot to get me angry, like repeated, like just coming at me after I'm just like, yo, leave me alone, and you just keep coming at me. So before I even get angry, bro, I like to remove myself from the situation at hand. Like if I'm with a dude, however, like if I'm angry with a male, I let him know, like, yeah, bro, like this conversation isn't going well. I'm not feeling like, basically I'm letting you know I'm getting angry towards this conversation. I'd rather not speak anymore, because this is obviously something's gonna happen. You're like, you know how niggas be, like, yo, especially off the Henny, bro, like, yo, what's up?
Facts.
What's up? Like, yo, touch me again, my nigga. I wish you would. Like, shit like that.
And that's what makes like niggas annoying, because then it's like a contest. Because it's like, oh, we want to, because now y'all get to the point where you're so annoyed and the both of y'all want to fight, but you don't want to swing first, so y'all just antagonize the other person to get someone to swing first.
I've never actually been in one of those, but like, I've seen it.
Fam, I've heard that shit so much where I just hear like, yo, what's up, nigga? What's up, nigga? And I'll be in the back like, yo, both of y'all ain't gonna do shit. Shut the fuck up, bro.
Yeah.
Both of y'all ain't gonna do shit, bro.
But yeah, I just like to remove myself from the situation, because I know when I get mad, bro, I get in a way where I can get really like vicious and mean and just fucked up. And I know that about myself, which is why I don't try to, which is why I try so hard not to get mad at all about anything, and I don't let anything really brush me off. So yeah, I just really remove myself from the situation to just stop talking in general, because stop talking. I'm not gonna hear anything coming out your mouth. I'm not hearing anything come out your mouth. You can't make me mad.
Yeah, and something that's really important for people that have problems dealing with their anger or shit like that, if a person wants to walk away or remove themselves from a situation, it is in your best interest to let them walk away. You feel me? Because I've seen way too many times where something could have been avoided, you feel me, if you just let that person walk away. But then it's that type of thing where you just got all this adrenaline and you're just like, yo, nah, we gonna do this shit right now. And then some shit pops off, and then I look back into it and I'm like, yo, they tried to avoid all that shit. You feel
my
me?
thing is when I do
didn't
that,
let them walk away.
When I do shit like that, though, it's really to like self-reflect on the situation at hand, see how I approached it, see how I contributed to it, and then realize my faults, and then we can come together again when I have a clear level in mind. You've calmed down as well, and we can come together and have a discussion.
We're trying not to be violent, but if one of us is a hothead,
and if I'm the hothead and I'm telling you like, yo, I need to go take some time for myself. I can't do this right now. Let me just go take 10 minutes to myself. I hit you right back up, and you're still prodding and pressing me and telling me no,
pussy,
no. I'm like, what the fuck do you want? Type shit. Like, get off my back. I told you. and
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
feel
You know what happens.
Facts.
Shit pops off. So it's just like, yo, I try, bro. I really try. Remove myself from the situation and just stop talking about it in general, because other than that, like, I don't know how to get the fuck out of it. Or, you know, if I'm already mad, I don't know how to get out of it. I really like my alone time. That's like really where I.
No, I feel you. I feel you. And I feel like I get like a lot of alone time if I'm like not at work, because I do a lot of shit on my own in general. So I feel like with that, I've been given the ability to think shit out really deeply, logically, and reflect on it. And that's kind of how I deal with my anger, or control my anger, because sometimes when we're angry or something pisses us off, we're just going off initial reaction. You feel me? Like, if something happens that you don't like, a natural response is to just be upset about it. You feel me? But I've gone through a lot of things where when I just sat back and I just thought about it, it just made me cool down and realize the situation isn't really that deep, or whatever I think I'm angry about isn't really worth being angry about. And then after that, everything's pretty much cool. If it's like
That's one thing I want to say. When you do self-reflect on the situation about why you are angry, you always realize it's not something that you should be stressing as much as you are.
Facts.
I
It's
just
always
wanted to point that
shit.
out, because that really is so true.
It really is stupid shit. And with that being said, when it's like something in the moment, I've been in many situations where somebody was just in my face going off at me, and I had to figure out what I was going to do right then and there. You feel me? And then that's when me talking comes into place, because I'm a very nonchalant person. But people know if I got shit to say,
You gonna hear it.
if I got shit to say, you gonna hear it. And if I have shit to talk, trust me, you're gonna hear it. You feel me? And sometimes people, just because I don't really talk that much in general, like, people might listen to this podcast and think I'm just this outgoing personality. Trust me, I'm only this outgoing if you know me. You feel me? If you don't know me, I'm a very quiet and reserved person. I don't really talk that much because a lot of shit annoys me.
Introvert.
And I'm an introvert. And when I say a lot of shit annoys me just because everyday shit that people do, I just feel like it's so stupid. Like, when I'm like online and I see what pisses off like our generation today, I'm like, yo, it's the dumbest shit. And when people come to me and they tell me what's going on in their lives, when it's the serious shit, obviously, like I say, I'm supportive and I comfort people. But then when they go through the other shit that's going on in their regular day life, if it's like some boy-girl drama or some beef that they got going on with some other person, 9 times out of 10 it's over some dumbass shit. And then when they tell me their reasons for doing certain shit, I'm just like, you're stupid. I'm just like, you're stupid. So now I just equate that with anytime I just hear anything in an everyday conversation, I just never get a reaction. I just never give a reaction, or nothing really sets me off that much, because I'm just like, yo, this entire thing is just stupid. And I don't know. Sometimes that pisses people off, because people do a lot of things just to draw a reaction out of someone, and then when you don't give them that reaction, that pisses them off. That's going to be me a lot of the times. If you try coming at me with some shit that, like, if you got like problems with me and you try to do shit in order to draw a reaction out of me, 10 times out of 10 you are never going to get that reaction, and I'm probably just going to cut you off entirely, because that's just how I deal with shit. Because then when you get me past that point and I become actually angry, I'm not in control of what I say. That's how I do shit. If I'm not trying to fight you, I just talk. You feel me? And once I start talking, I don't know when to talk. And sometimes we can get to a fight just off how I'm talking. So I don't know. That's how I like to, that's how I control my anger. I just stay quiet, think about it logically, and then give it its proper reaction later. And 9 times out of 10, it just never gets a reaction. You feel me? It just never gets a reaction.
I respect it.
Yeah.
I can totally see that. You know what I mean? interactions you've had over the years witnessing, I can 100% see that. So
Yeah, like and it's crazy. Like all of the shit that I've told you about in the past, when you really think about it, it's all over dumb shit. It's all over stupid shit.
and all the shit
Or
I've
how
told
it
you,
starts, or how it
all-
started. Yeah,
all the shit I've told you over the past, bro, is dumber than dumb, bro.
dumber.
Dumber than dumb, bro.
like just stupid, bro.
like for real.
Facts.
This is the type of shit you dealing with, bro. Sheesh. R.I.P.
Facts.
I wish y'all.
And it's just like when you're not as equally upset as someone, that can be another reason why like someone can get upset with you. But then when you sit back and think about it, like, yo, what's really making you upset? Like, if you were to think about all the problems that were going on in your life, if there's shit that you have no control over, okay, cool. I get why you would be upset. But like, if you're upset because of, if one reason you're upset has to do with somebody else, yo, you're doing it to yourself. I'm sorry. You're doing it to yourself if somebody else is a reason that you're upset. Unless, like I said, something completely out of control. I don't want to say that because that can hit really deep for a lot of people, and that could mean much more than what I'm saying right now. So let me start off by saying that. If you don't have control over it, it's a completely different situation. But if it's just some petty shit, then whatever that thing that's making you upset, you're the reason it's
Fuck that being politically correct shit. You have control of your own emotions. Control that shit. I don't give a damn what he said. I'm gonna say the opposite. It is your fault. Deal with it yourself. You a grown ass adult. Deal with your emotions. Control yourself. The fuck out my face, bro.
Bam.
You telling me right now if they were to react to something that wasn't their fault and ended up doing some dumb shit and got arrested for it, who's getting arrested? The person that made them do that? No, they're getting arrested. So you can control your actions. Don't dumb shit. Don't give them a pass.
You don't know what I was talking about.
But you was talking about like, if
no, when I was talking about something in specific. I was talking specifically about something that I just didn't say out loud. So that's why I said.
All right, well, I was talking about in general.
Okay, all right, word.
In general, I ain't talking about specifics. Yeah, all right. We all responsible for our own emotions. I ain't hearing that. Shit, if I go do something dumb because Devin pissed me off, that's my fault, not Devin's fault.
No, that is your fault.
Yeah, exactly.
That is your fault.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's my point. That's my point exactly. You giving people a pass. No pass.
I'm saying... I'm not even going to get to what I'm saying. I'm not even getting to what I'm saying because I don't feel like talking about that shit. You feel me?
Bro, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Where do you go to find your peace, your inner peace?
See, I'm by myself a lot. So sometimes when I want to go find my peace, I just... go to my corner, and I've realized that a lot. Like I just go to my corner and I just take time to be by myself, and I normally come out on top every time. Like I've noticed that a lot when I'm like in social settings or even when I'm at work. I could start off maybe being in a group of people or being around people, but then eventually I always just go somewhere by myself, or I just step out of the social circle and I just go to my own area. And that's kind of where I find my most peace, because then I can think, I can breathe, I can just not be around the stupid shit that like I said before, pisses me off. And yeah, that's kind of how I do shit. I just find my peace I find my peace by just being by myself. Music helps a lot too.
I was gonna say, me honestly, I like to when I'm finding my peace, I like to just self-reflect a lot, basically be by myself. And the reason I like being by myself is because I can't really think about the shit going on in my life, what I'm doing right now, if I'm happy, or just try to be happy. If I have someone buzzing in my ear, giving me their opinion, just talking nonsense, or just being there just to be white noise, it makes no sense to me. So that's why I like just being by myself, because I'm by myself, like you said, music. I can just self-reflect, be by myself, be with my thoughts, and no one's bothering me. And that's the best part. No one's bothering me.
No one.
At all. And I want to preface this to anyone watching, people, friends, fuck y'all. This...
Friends, fuck y'all.
Friends. Friends. Y'all ain't doing anything wrong. It's just I like my peace. Is I like my alone time. That's all it is.
Everyone does, yeah.
Yeah. So it has nothing to do with anyone.
That's why I'm sick, because like my lease is over in May, and I'm coming back to Malden, and I'm just like, yo, these 3 years on my own has been great. Just being on my own, like just being able to shut out from the entire world these past 3 years has been great. But now that like come June, I'm coming back to my hometown of Malden, and anyone that's ever been involved in my life just has access to me again. It's just gonna be like,
Hold up. First of all, you
shit.
telling me you're not trying to find a roommate to move out or find a spot around here?
Nah, because I'm trying to stack my bread for right now. You feel me? I've been on my own for 3 years and it's been fun, but like I'm getting to the point where like I'm now reaching the age where the shit I actually want to do is starting to look expensive. And I need to rack up my bread in order to do that shit. You feel me? So I'm just doing the smart thing I can for now.
I respect it.
Yeah.
I respect it. Nah, I'm still at home, so I can't even say shit. But,
It's been fun. It's been fun. You feel me? It's definitely been fun.
I will say I do miss living on my own. It'll happen soon. Very soon.
Do you though?
What, miss living on my own?
No. I'm saying like you said you plan on moving out soon.
Bro, I plan on moving out before the summer, to be honest with you. Yeah, I don't know when, but I just plan on moving out before the summer.
Okay. So with that question of like you finding peace, do you like go to certain people? Because we say, where do we go like for ourselves to find peace? But do you go to like certain people to find peace?
My thing is, I can never go to someone else for peace. I have to find out in myself because no one else can give me peace. Because that peace is, if I have peace, if I'm looking for peace, I'm like, there's something going on in my mind that I can't deal with, that I can't understand, that is just fucking me up. So I can't go to someone else because they don't know how I think. They don't know what happened. They don't know the entire situation. They don't know the logistics of everything. So
if you're freaking out, there's like no one to calm you down, or no one that could calm you down.
That doesn't happen. I don't ever freak
out.
Not
freak out, but like you having just a bad day. There's no one else that could like just make that better?
No, I guarantee you me being alone with my thoughts will make that better though, because I could self-reflect and realize what the fuck is gone. Most of the time when I want to do that, I haven't been by myself all day. So probably all I need is to, just collect my thoughts and be myself for 10, 15, 20 minutes. And then I'll be, reset back to my social clock, as they say, whatever. But no, I'll never, like, my mom isn't my peace. My brother isn't my peace. There's no one person that is my peace, because if they leave, that can be taken away. And why would I want to give someone that kind of power? I got to be comfortable with myself, be able to self-reflect with myself before I could be able to, let someone else hold that power over me. Like, yes, I can open up and, have a conversation, talk about my feelings with someone, but it's never going to be the level of reflection and understanding as me having that conversation with myself. Because I know, once again, who I am. I know my faults. I know my strengths. I know where I'm trying to get better at. I know where I'm lacking. No one else knows that shit. So if I'm having those conversations with myself, it's more conducive. And because I'm a hard critic on myself. Like I have high standards for me. So if I see myself not living up to the standards I set or set for myself, or the expectations, I'm gonna be hard on myself. Someone else might not be as hard, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, it's okay, you can do that. It's life." You know what I mean? You're still young. You're still 23, for example. Nah, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that.
So what if there's shit about yourself that you don't know?
Like from other people's perspective?
Yeah. Then you're like, never thought about it like that.
Like I said, I still have these conversations with someone, but I don't go to them to find peace, to make myself feel better. I'll go to them for information, like, all right, can I get your opinion on it? But you're not, like, I'm not going to you to like, can you please boost my mood?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like I'm the only person that can do that to myself. Like, yeah, you can be there, just sit there, whatever. I don't know.
Do you believe you have a support system?
Oh, I have a support system. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But what I'm saying is I can't rely on my support system if I can't rely on myself first.
Facts.
So I go to myself first before I go to anyone.
Facts. Yeah, no, I agree with that. It's like this great transcendentalist quote that I know somewhere in the back of my mind, where it's like, you need 2 units to form a union, or some shit like that.
Was it Emerson or Whitman?
I think that was Margaret Fuller.
Margaret Fuller. Okay.
But yeah, where it's like you need 2 units in order to form a union, which means like you can't depend on anybody else without. You can't depend on someone else without depending on yourself first.
Yes.
So like if you're not completely and 100% independent, how can you depend on anybody else? You feel me?
Yes.
So and that's why I agree with you, because in terms of like finding peace, it kind of is a mission with yourself. And it sucks because sometimes it's a long ass mission for people. Sometimes it's a long ass mission for people. But I wouldn't say that like there's definitely people that have helped me on my journey of like self-discovery and shit like that. And I wouldn't say that like I run to them for peace, but I would say that they were there at a time where like they were there for me when I was like down a couple of times, and they might have like helped me feel better at that like point, you feel me? But overall, when it comes to yourself and your own growth, your own mental health and all that things, it's a lot of conversations that you need to have with yourself, and reflecting on yourself and bettering yourself and all that. Yeah, that's all I got to say on that.
Can't depend on anyone else if you can't depend on yourself. That's the quote of the day.
Yeah.
No bullshit. That's the quote of the day.
All right, what's called? Anything else we want to talk about?
Would you ever eat ass?
No. I feel like you ask me that every week. Just a minute. Just a minute. Do you enjoy it?
Bro, I've already said I eat ass.
No, but like, is this a regular thing for you?
Oh, it's not a regular thing.
Is this like a once a week thing or like every other day thing for you?
Because, if you want to be honest with you,
because you come here every week and you ask me. I don't know if you're trying to convert me.
Listen.
Shit.
Listen.
Because you're not gonna convert me to that shit.
Listen.
But if you enjoy it, that's okay.
Eating ass, for one,
you love it.
If your girl showers, does her thing,
she got the groceries.
You know what I mean? Like, you gonna do it, and it's not gonna taste like anything or whatever.
No sazon,
bro. Heard. No sazon. maybe a little Goya, maybe a little adobo Goya, but other than that, it's straight. But once a week, I wouldn't even say that. I'd probably say like once every 2 weeks. And it's not scheduled either. It just happens.
It's not scheduled.
Like I don't have it. Yo, my coworkers probably watching this. Like, this nigga eat ass. Like,
facts. Yo, never share a blunt with this dude again.
That's okay. I face most of my blunts. For real, I face most of my blunts. Sorry, MP.
Sick.
I smoked with MP last night. Shit, damn. He'll be all right. Let's talk about new music. Talking about my life for no reason and shit.
Yeah, because I don't eat ass, so there's nothing that you're going to get.
Yo, real quick, where should I go on vacation next? I've been thinking about that.
Cali. I'm trying to go.
Bro, I don't go on vacation inside the States. Vegas was a one-time thing.
Word, so go somewhere in the States. All right, if you're trying to go somewhere outside of States, go somewhere in Europe.
You right.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go to Amsterdam. Amsterdam or Germany.
Yeah, I always said I wanted to go to Amsterdam, but I didn't know how, like, I don't know. I just know about what I hear. Anyways, move on.
That's everything.
Yeah. So new music that came out.
Still like flexing, still stepping by. Never Broke Again, Young Boy. It was alright.
I didn't listen to it.
I know you didn't.
Yeah.
You don't listen to NBA Young Boy.
Nah.
Neither do I.
I tried.
I
tried listening to NBA Youngboy, and like he got a couple of tracks, but like in order to keep up with his shit, because he is always releasing shit.
That's his contract though.
I don't know if that's his contract.
His contract was he had to drop 6 albums within like 3 years or something, 2 years.
Oh, that's crazy. Well, he's doing great because I feel like every other month he's like pumping out a project, and I don't know. I just can't catch up to somebody like that who's always constantly dropping music. But I have to, and that's why I have to give him his credit because he is able to drop a lot of shit out. But when it comes to that, I feel like it's hard for me to pick out like the classics in your catalog because I'm not paying attention to certain tracks. Like maybe if I had a project, I was focusing on that project for like a year and shit. And then maybe I'm like, oh, okay, this track is like fire. But I can't when I got like 5 other projects I got to listen to by you at the same time. You feel me? So I don't know.
I feel you.
I don't listen to him.
I only listened to this album because I like his last album. I forget what it was called, but that was the first like NBA YoungBoy thing I ever listened to, and it was like okay. There was 3 songs I added to my library. Other than that, never listened to anything else on there again. Mm-hmm. And this is the same thing. So I'm starting to get that feeling that his shit is like he just drops it just to appease his contract, and then like there's just like 2 or 3 bangers on each album.
Well,
because I know his fans are down south. Like all his fans are really down south.
Mm-hmm.
And you got them spread out up here, but like majority of his people come from the south. So I get it.
Well, here's my opinion on NBA YoungBoy. If he could manage to stay out of trouble, yeah, just that. If he can manage to stay out of trouble within the next couple of years, I feel like he can be a force. I feel like
he got bars.
Yeah. No, I feel like as he gets older, he can be like a real force in this game because he's young as shit. Like he is young as shit. You feel me? And he has a lot of projects.
He needs to stay out of trouble and stop having kids.
Yeah, this dude does have a lot of kids.
He has like 5.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
He's like 19.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Damn, I forgot about that. But yeah, if he could stay out of trouble and keep producing these type of projects, he could become a force when he's older. Because I could see when the subject matter actually changes and he actually goes away from the hood shit and he actually turns into being a man, we can get a lot of quality work from him. That's my personal opinion. So give him like 5 years. Yeah. All right, bet.
So I listened to Long Live the King, Callboy. It was a little EP. It was like 6 tracks. It was alright. His last album, Wild Boy, was way better though. So I don't know. Like
there were a couple tracks on this album.
I mean, there were a couple tracks, but I was comparing it to Wild Boy, and Wild Boy just blew this out the water. So it's like it was okay.
Cowboy is Meek, right?
Yeah, that's Meek.
He's Meek, right? Yeah. I like that. I fuck with Cowboy sound. I don't know. I just feel like he has his voice where it's like crazy. It's not like this unique voice that we haven't heard before. I'm pretty sure I could pick out someone sound who's similar to Cowboy, but I don't know. I just feel like he's really good in his lane.
Yeah,
I like he can sell his shit. You feel me? And like this dude got bars time to time too, and I like the way he delivers them. So I'll definitely be tuning into his shit in the future.
I know I fucked with him because I didn't even know who was dropping this, and I saw his name, and I was just like, all right, I'm gonna listen to it. Just because of his name, Callboy. So I was like, all right, I guess I can say I'm officially a fan now.
Yeah, you got some fire features too. That's a fact. And then Shade Crew dropped a track I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago, but it's entitled Infamy, produced by himself and Teddy Walton, who has a hand in a bunch of tracks that have gone like mainstream platinum tracks. But Shade Crew and Teddy Walton also had a hand in making No Guidance. So if you fuck with that song, it's a different feel, but it's made by the same people who made that shit. So go ahead and check that shit out. You feel me? And I guess with that being said, we can get into our reality checks because I feel like we haven't had that much new music this week. At least I don't feel like
it's been a slow week. But Party Next Door was supposed to drop. He ain't dropped. So
the weekend is dropping in March. Yeah, that's new. The weekend is dropping March 20th. Album is called After Hours. He dropped a new track with it as well. Pretty mid. I'll keep it a buck. It's pretty mid. But hopefully the rest of the album is better because I trust The Weeknd. Yeah, I'm losing faith in Party Next Door. I don't know what to tell you. Whenever he drops is whenever he drops. I'm not really looking for him anymore. That's all I can say on him. Keep it a buck. Yeah.
I'm looking for him.
I'm not.
Isn't Drake working on an album too?
I don't really care.
Yeah, all right. Yo, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
At this point, like I'll say this, Drake hasn't missed in 10 years, and when I say I don't care, it's because like Drake can go a while without dropping an album and it wouldn't even matter because he'll always have a hit somewhere buzzing. You feel me? Like what has he done recently? What's the last shit? Life is Good? Bro. No, Life is Good. You feel me? Like I feel like there's either a new Drake song.
That's Future song. Don't disrespect.
Hold on.
That's Future song.
Listen.
Future song.
I know. I'm not saying it's not. It clearly says Future featuring Drake. It clearly said that.
Why? Put respect
but what
on
I am saying is
my nigga.
Drake doesn't have to release his own shit because something with him will be buzzing somewhere in the airwaves. You feel me? There's either a new Drake song or a Drake feature at least every 2 months. You feel me? Like Life is Good is popping right now. The other shit that dropped before that was probably Party Next Door shit, and then his own shit, Money in the Grave, all this shit. Scorpion dropped quite some time ago, but it's okay.
2 years.
It's okay because every 2 months you are going to get a Drake feature, and it's just gonna go big. And that's just how Drake's been running the last 10 years, and he hasn't missed since.
I will say this: I haven't seen or recently, like when Drake comes on for me, I skip it. Like I'm tired of his singing shit. If that makes sense.
You want it to be like rapping again?
Yeah. I'm tired of hearing Drake sing. Like, I need more bars.
Yeah.
Like, he had a leak yesterday. I forget what the fuck it was, but it was just him singing. I listened to 30 seconds. I was like, I don't want to hear this anymore.
You got a track coming in with Benny the Butcher. So, we should get some bars on that.
If I caught him singing on a Benny the Butcher track.
Nah, he wouldn't.
Bro, he better come through with some. He's stealing someone's flow. Never mind. He's gonna steal someone's flow. He's definitely stealing someone's flow on a Benny reality
I don't know, but let's get into our reality check. Actually, no, let's get into our reality checks. My fault. Let's get into our reality checks.
I've been working out not recent. I've been working out, and I've been neglecting to stretch, and it's really started to fuck with me. So I just wanted to say for my reality check that everyone who does work out, lift some weights, and even if you don't, stretch before and after, or stretch when you wake up and stretch before bed, because that shit will make a whole lot of difference. It'll loosen up your back. And we all know we're 20 to 25 with back issues. Shit doesn't make any sense. So, just stretch out, foam roll, get loose, and, just take care of yourself, self-care, because Lord knows I need it, and I haven't been stretching, and I'm starting to feel it, so keep stretching, people, if you go to the gym. That's my reality check.
Mm-hmm. And then for my reality check kind of ties into the recent passing of Pop Smoke. I will say that if you subscribe to a certain lifestyle, just know what comes with it. And that can be said for anything. If you're involved with hood shit, know what comes with it. If you're involved with drugs, know what comes with it. And just protect yourself. You feel me? Know what you're getting yourself into. If you feel like you can't walk somewhere by yourself, probably not a good idea to go outside by yourself. You feel me? Just be aware of your surroundings. Know everything that you're getting yourself into, because everything could happen in the blink of an eye. You feel me? Everyone that we're losing within the past 3 years, all of them have been unexpectedly. All of them have been unexpected. I just woke up and someone hit my phone about somebody dying, and it's the same reaction every single time for me because I don't see it coming. So it just lets you know that no matter what, life can come at you crazy. So just be prepared for it at all times. Yeah, that's my reality check. You feel me? And that is the end of our episode. Thank you for everyone listening. You feel me? If you haven't, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube and you follow us on our social medias on Instagram and Twitter at The Urban Product. You feel me?
And Monty will be back next week, so don't you worry, females. We got her coming back.
Facts, with news of her new baby brother. Hopefully, hey, we'll be lit to hear about that.
For how long, though, we don't know. She's on a trial run.
All right, so it's been your boy DME.
It's been your boy Cozy Rich.
And you've been listening to The Urban Products. We'll catch y'all next week.
Love.
Deuce.